Hey, Desiree here with Soulpath Astrology and this week's Oracle card readings and Astro weather. Welcome. We're in like a very cool place, astrologically speaking. Before I jump into that, if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. We are all about using astrology, gene keys, human design, tarot cards in my own personal life to find our own inner guidance system, learn how to attune into it, and have the courage and tools to live from our own inner guidance system. I truly believe that each one of us is tapped into something that is connected to the very pulse of the cosmos, and that is our job to decondition ourselves from everything that gets in the way of our ability to connect to that, anything that is in the way of our courage of acting upon it, and to welcome in support to move us towards that end, because it all takes community and tribe. We are not islands alone. We need each other. Each of us is individually responsible for our work, and we need tribe and community to support us in it. So that's what this channel is all about. If you're returning, welcome back, friends. I hope you find this week as delicious and juicy and valuable as always. So with that, let's jump into the super cool Astros. So Sabrina Lynn from Rewilding is one of my favorite go-tos. She has been iconic in many respects in my own personal development. And I love tapping into what she's thinking about this week, because she goes a little further outside the box than I do, but she has such a beautiful grasp of, and in the same way, recognizes the way she does astrology in a very similar way that I do, which is that we tap into the archetypal energy of it and really like find where that lands somatically in our own bodies and then speak from there. So from that perspective, coming at it from that, we have a wildly cool and potent moment in time right now where we can start to really reboot, where the opportunity to decondition and attune to that center place, it's this starting point. We have crazy amount of planets. Everybody has now shifted into their new signs. We're having all those outer planets that were shifting this year. They're all within 0 to 2 degrees, which is to say in their nascent beginnings. This is stainless moments. These are portal moments. It's like the soil that's ripe where we're planting the seeds of what we want. And the difference here between where we've been and where we're in fact going is that rather than planting seeds that are handed to you from by somebody else, that are culturally given to you or from your family of origin or from something out of the pages of the book of should, we're in a time energetically this week, and I mean, for a while here, like the whole month is just ripe with, and I love that it's Leo season, because Leo is all about self expression, sometimes Leo taken to its furthest extremes, really annoying and self centered and makes it all about Leo. But on its highest octave, it's this deep invitation to like inner authority, like the roar, the shining brightness of what you are, truly this love, because that's really what it all is, isn't it? Aren't we expressions of this unconditional love, this lightness of being that animates our whole body? I mean, this is the truth. Everything else is sort of the illusion or the system or the framework whereby we find ourselves playing. It's the playground, but right now the veil is thin. The ability to connect into our own brilliance, our gifts, our passions, our heart's deepest longings, and show the fuck up for them. We are just so supported right now for that. So I really want to encourage you to take some time during all of this retrograde action, because we've got, I always have to write notes because there's so much. Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Mercury all retrograde right now. Go in. Use this energy to go in yourself and find what resonates. Where in your life are you saying yes, where your body is saying no? And quit it. Like, the rehearsal's over. I think we've really got to get into what does it mean to show up for yourself for real? What does it mean to advocate for yourself for real? What is your particular frequency or what facet of the diamond are you that the way the light shines through you? Like, what, if you could just express it fully, what would you be doing? How do you want to show up? How do you want to speak? How do you want to arrive in a room? What kind of energy do you want to bring into a space? What kind of love? What do you need to do to tap into that love that you can connect to it, attune to it, and then have the courage to live, express, voice, connect from that place? That's what's going on right now. In this retrograde energy, it's sort of a cocooning. It's an opportunity to collect, like go in. If we don't do introspective stuff, you can't figure it out. We need external stuff to mirror, but you've got to be internally motivated. You have to go inside and contemplate, like, be curious. What drives you? What's in there, you know? So let's jump into the cards. At this point, here's our three cards. If you haven't yet had a chance to choose, here's your opportunity. Before we do that, let's take a deep breath. Let's arrive in this moment together, closing our eyes, arriving in this space, taking in another deep breath. Noticing yourself in the room. Arriving here now. This is so important. Like during the day, take the time to reconnect with your breath. Take the time to reconnect with your body. Create these little pockets of space where you can contemplate, where you can just breathe for a minute. If you can do one thing, and it's that you just start making a practice of cultivating these little pockets in your life, you will be amazed at what will find you in those pauses. Take that away for this week. Okay, so here we go. Card one, card two, card three. You ready? Card one, if this was your selection, this is what you've got. The Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is about boundaries. It's about stability. It's about money. It's about security, monetarily security. And there's this invitation with the energy too, like, what is money to you? What is security to you? What is your number that you need to feel safe? And where do you need, and it's a very valid and real need, to need material security? Reality is we are 5 dimensional, 9 dimensional, whatever. We're light beings, okay? But we are experiencing ourselves in this 3D world that requires material things in order to have at least a modicum of security. If you were in the spiritual community, there's going to be some deconditioning around this because, it's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than the rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven, right? I mean, I grew up with that dirty money, right? Like these ideas that somehow having financial abundance, filthy rich, right? All these things have this negative connotation. But the thing is it's just an opportunity. It's a medium of exchange. It's a medium of energetic exchange. The more you have, the more you can give. So this card, if it was yours, there's a quality of inviting you into doing some inner spelunking, right? Because we're in retrograde here. What do you need? What does it mean to you to have abundance, to have specifically financial abundance? And can you attune to the frequency of much, of lots? Do you have lots of air? Are there lots of stars in the sky? Do you have a lot of stuff in your house? Maybe you have a lot of work to do. Now it's still a lot though. Can you attune to the vibration of muchness, of infinite? Can you see where you might be restricting? Because sometimes the Four of Pentacles arrives when we're being rigid, when we're hanging on really tight, and when our fists are like this, when we're holding on tight, nothing can get in or out. And we're meant to flow. Where can you loosen your grip and allow some flow? Not so much where you have no respect and it's flowing and flowing out faster than it's flowing in, but where, if there's tightness, can you invite in some unclenching? What do you need so that organically you can go and have a bit of a financial deep breath? What does that look like to you? How can you find that openness, that generosity? What do you need to say yes to? And what do you need? Do you have some leaks? Do you have some financial or energetic leaks that you do in fact have to stop her up? Right. So this is where that contemplation comes in. What is it that you need more of in this department, and what do you need less of? The Four of Pentacles. Hope that landed. Card number 2. Boo doo doo doo. If this was your selection, this is what you got. The Knight of Pentacles. 2 Pentacle cards. Interesting. Material goods is what's in the collective this week. And what a great topic, because how much goes on in the world for money that is done with a lack of integrity, right? So this is about integrity and material. How do we recalibrate? How do we reconnect to the material world in a way that is balanced, that is whole? The Knight of Pentacles, this is an interesting card. This shows up when it might feel like there's some stagnation. Maybe things aren't moving forward as quickly as you would like. Maybe there's a sense of frustration around this non-movement. In the regular imagery, he's the only knight whose horse isn't moving because there is this non-moving energy in it. But the invitation with the Knight of Pentacles is to invite you into the long game, is to remind you that things can take time, that our idea of how quickly something can move isn't necessarily in alignment with the bigger picture of how it's going to turn out. Small things made over a long period of time compound and become huge things. And it looks like an overnight success when in point of fact has probably been decades of, little investments, little investments, little investments, whether that's investments of time or energy or money or, you know, door knocking, whatever it is you do in your relationships. The Knight of Pentacles is reminding you to have some patience with your process and to not give up. Where in you might there be a tendency to give up? Not the kind of giving up that is appropriate because it's a dead end and it's truly a dead end, but the kind of giving up that happens because we lose faith in the process, or we lose faith in ourselves, or there's a resistance around committing. So this is, did I commit to something because I should have, or did I commit to it because my heart and my body and my soul came alive when I said yes to it? And if it's that, recommit. Remember, it takes time. Remember, good things take time to grow. That's the Knight of Pentacles. Thinking of any other keywords that might illuminate something. There would be just trusting that there's going to be eventual success. That's a really big one with this card. And then lastly, card number 3, if this was yours, you got the Chariot. Interesting. So we've got boundaries and finances and a degree of rigidity, more slow moving, more playing the long game, more retrograde type action. Third card, you guys, Chariot. This is like victory, courage. There's another sense of commitment and devotion here. This invitation to devotion and into bravely just doing it, bravely moving forward in the direction of your devotion. But in order to know that, you have to take the time to connect with this? Like, what is it in you that you feel most alive with? And you might have to just sit there not knowing for a while, right? And maybe there's some frustration with that Knight of Pentacles action and that Four of Pentacles, like this energy of not movement in this retrograde period. I invite you, and the cards are inviting you, and the astrology is inviting you into connecting with this brave place that is going to show up. Like the thing that arises from this place that you want to commit to, that you're going to do the whatever it takes to make it happen. Not because you were told you ought to, but because the marrow of your bones is singing for it. The DNA in your very cells light up with it. And sometimes we have to recommit. The chariot is, there's a sometimes a choice point with the chariot card. So maybe you're in a state of needing to choose. Maybe there is the road you're used to. And so this with the astrology, this is so potent too. There's where you were and how you've always done it, and being committed to tradition in the sense that it's familiar. Or there is this incredible opportunity to step into life in and do life, show up for life. Like we all get anxiety, we all get fear, but like stop indulging it. Leo season is inviting us to let go of our fear of being seen, let go of our fear of owning the truth of what we're passionate about. Claim your flame, claim your spot here, and put yourself in service to the greater whole. Like, I think a lot of the time, too, people worry about, oh, I don't want to be a narcissist, or I don't want to be taking up too much airspace in the room. Listen, if you're arriving for your deepest gifts, knowing that you want to put it in service to the greatest whole, that cures you of the narcissistic tendencies because you're in service. It's like, I want to build this up so that I have the most of this to offer the collective. So let yourself be bold, be brave, take that risk, do something new, stand in your strength. And I hope that that landed. I love you guys. If you find value in these, please share them, like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. Meet me here. Let us come together and build this more beautiful world our hearts know is possible, that is encoded in our DNA, that's connected to the pulse of this planet, and just bring all of it to the table. Let's have this cornucopia of awesomeness, this buffet of beauty, and arrive here together and build the world we want. Let's let go of what's not serving us. Let's really step into what lights us up, and let us all become devoted to the thing that lies at the most center point of our heart. I hope that landed. I love you. Enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, my friends, I will see you next Tuesday.